Hello, it's your favorite author, J.E. Krieger, young adult fantasy author of the books of 9 and 10 Penance, back with more writerly advice for you, because I love sharing it. Real, authentic writerly advice that you can't get anywhere else on the internet. I'm not some flashy guru with robotic information, just stuff I've come up with in my own writing experience. And the last video I did was on villains, so naturally I thought, well, let's do a video on the hero. So we got to have a hero, right? Now, as I said before in the last video, a villain can be a person, place, or thing, and that is so very much true for the hero. So a hero can be a person, it can be the landscape around you, whatever. It could be the ship you're sailing on. That's the hero that we like to think of. But like every great hero, if you don't want your hero to fall flat and become one-dimensional, we have to start thinking of the flaws of that hero. Because every good hero should have flaws. There's the courthouse in the background. I don't know if that's irony or not, but anyways, are there heroes in there? Any heroes hiding any secrets? Maybe you could be a hero. Anyways, so, and I'll do what I did in the last video and maybe kind of counter to that. I'll go over the books I've written and maybe kind of show you guys what heroes are to me, what they mean to me. Now, I fall in line with the Ray Harryhausen school of thought. So I'm a young adult fantasy author. Well, what does that mean? If you've ever seen a Ray Harryhausen film, you know that you're gonna get what you get, and I bend around with that, but I always fall in line with that because I want you to get the story that you want. Of course we want the happy ending, or the ending we expect. We don't want to watch, as I put it, at the end of the movie all the characters go out for coffee. We don't want that. But anyways, so heroes. The first novel, Aidan Fragonard, the hero of our tale, meets a young boy by the name of Stefan Vermeer. Now, Aidan is a painting, and he's hanging on the wall of a museum, and he's telling his story to young Stefan. Stefan is a very troubled youth who needs to find his way in life. So he's flawed. He's not a straightforward hero. He's not there to save the day. He just... he would like help. He would like to better his life. He would like to find and navigate a path to happiness. And so we can think of, that's one way of looking at a hero. And Aidan Fragonard, much in the same manner, starts off in the story very naive. So he doesn't just start off as a hero. He has choices that he has to make throughout the novel to become a better hero, so to speak. And he has to navigate the difference between right and wrong. And I bounce off that with the villain, and the villain's always presenting to him the wrong choices, and he has to find a way to make the right choices. And sometimes when those choices are presented to him, it can be difficult to figure out what is right, what is wrong. And so if I go to the second novel, The Greatest Storm, and that's about two lovers. One's lost at sea and the other's gonna go find the young Allison White, the hero in our tale's got to go find her boyfriend. He's lost on an island. Well, on that island we have Stefan. He's a hero, right? And he's searching for the love of his life, but he's lost his memory. And so he encounters obstacles along the way. And so he has choices to make. An evil mermaid comes along and tries to lure him out to sea. He has to think about this. Should I lose my legs and go swimming out to sea with this beautiful woman, or should I stay right here for a woman that may never show up? Ooh, that's a life choice right there. That's altering. And so, or is another option, which I present in that novel. He could maybe not forget the woman he loves, but stay there and maybe just be content with the fact that, you know, he may never find her, never reach home, and be content with the life he has on that island. So there's a depth to being a hero. In the third book, and I talked about, sometimes the hero is the villain and the villain is the hero. In the third book, The Tale of Yelzelski and the Unicorn, Yelzelski is the hero, but he's also very much the villain, and he spends the novel reflecting on his past, and he keeps thinking, gee, maybe I wasn't that great of a husband, or no, I was. So he's constantly struggling with that. He's struggling with being a hero and what that could mean to him. And everywhere around, he's destroyed everything around him, but he has a hard time seeing that. So he starts off as a villain and kind of has to backtrack his way and try and find a way to be something he's never been, and that is inevitably, hopefully, he'll become a hero in his own tale. He'll find a way to become the good guy, or somebody deep down inside, he wants to be a good person. So I hope that helps. Helps you guys think more diversely. Put depth in your characters, put depth in your narration. If you, what do they say, a hero, or so if you, a narrator that lies, right? Well, if you think of things too complicated and you're just starting out writing, don't worry, don't stress it. Just write easy, write simply, don't make the story complicated. You're going to learn the complications over time. So, and I've always stressed this, I stress this in other videos, write short stories. So if you're listening, if you haven't written 10 short stories yet and you're about to write a novel, don't write a short story. Think of the things I'm telling you, and like homework, you know, put that down in a short story. So I hope that helps you guys, and check out my novels. You can find them on Amazon. I got a link on YouTube, so hopefully you'll check them out. But anyways, I'll keep making these videos if you guys keep listening. All right, have a good night.